here. Slide it all the way into those rows and place any belongings down below. You can get a little bit bumpy out.
I want to get a little bit. Daisy, you have fun?
It's going to bother some of them and probably some of your fellow guests on board as well. But we do start off our journey down through the little Ituri forest, where the animals tend to be more shy and reclusive, often hiding in a lot of the brush out here, so you'll want to keep your eyes. So they'll reserve their energy much differently than we do. Because of this, they can go a lot longer in between their meals. But if they are feeling especially ravenous, they can still eat upwards of half their body weight in just one sitting.
Robbie, cheese! Lincoln, Daisy! Daddy, look over here!
I'll see a couple more Maasai giraffe from our tower here to the left. If you take a look at the brown spots on them, you're going to notice they're pretty jagged around the edges. That's one of the ways. They typically only get about 6 foot short, and that's within the first week of them being born. So by the time they're old enough to make it out here on our savanna, they're usually well taller than we can be up here on the truck. They do stay pretty actively eating through the day, and so when they decide to rest, they just take quick standing power naps, so usually about 5 minutes at a time. Total, they'll only spend about 20 to 30 minutes sleeping for the day. I'll see a couple wildebeest here on the right. The wildebeest will find a lot of safety in numbers. That way if a predator sneaks up on them, they're going to be able to take off into their stampede, or they will blindly start running, causing a lot of chaos. That acts as a pretty good deterrent to ensure that predators won't pursue them for too much longer. Looks like a Hartman's Mountain zebras come out here on the right-hand side. Blood vessels running beneath them, so fanning them is helping to cool the blood supply that's running just beneath. But that's not the only way that they do stay safe out here. They have pretty sensitive skin. Do a little dance beforehand to get the muck stirred on up and the critters swimming on out.
Here you go.
As you come around on the left, it looks like there's a couple ostriches that are going to be hanging out here in some of the trees. So I saw a couple white rhinos a little bit further back as well. The white rhinos are the larger of the rhino species on our reserve. They can get upwards of 5,000 pounds in weight. The white rhinos are named for the Afrikaans word vite, which means wide, talking about the nice and wide square lips that they do have on them. There we go, now we can see those ostriches a little bit easier. These are female ostriches. We can tell because they do have those duller gray colored feathers on them. Although they are flightless, they can move pretty quickly up on the land. Those long legs will carry them upwards of 40 miles an hour.
Hey, pal.
She's like, excuse me. Excuse me, I'm crossing here.
John, take a picture.
Excuse you, but
Look to the right, Dad. Look at her trying to talk to the guy in the truck.
Oh, look at this. My friend Ben.
hi.
Now, as we come a little bit closer to some of our white rhinos out here, there are a couple babies out here. There's one right here at the watering hole. And then the other one is actually the rhino that's farthest to the right under the palm trees.
Oh, I see it.
They both have smaller horns on them. That's just because their horns are made out of keratin, same material as our hair and fingernails, so they will continue to grow in a very similar fashion. As we come around the hills here to the left is where our cheetahs like to hang out.
Oh, let me get that too.